to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. Grand jury will hear evidence in the case of a South Alabama man and teenager who are charged in the slayings of a Huntsville woman, Tiffany Kelly, age 29, a wife and a mother, who had her life taken and then her body dumped on a South Huntsville road the night of September 22nd of 2018. Charged with capital murder in the cases are 21-year-old Xavier Scott and his 17-year-old girlfriend Dominique Jackson. Jackson's case was set for preliminary hearing today in Madison County District Court, but Jackson's attorney, Jake Watson, waived the hearing, sending the case to a grand jury. Scott's case was forwarded to a grand jury after a hearing last year. The jury will decide whether prosecutors have enough evidence to send the case to trial. At an earlier court hearing, Huntsville police investigator Dave Mullins testified that Scott and Jackson took the life of Kelly to steal her car and travel back to South Alabama. Scott and Jackson are from Clarkey County, about 250 miles from Huntsville. Weeks before the killing, Scott and Jackson, a runaway, hitchhiked to Huntsville. The couple ran out of money and were trying to get home when they apparently decided to steal a vehicle. They encountered Tiffany Kelly outside of a Dollar General store on US 231 across from Farley Elementary. Jackson told lawmen that she asked Kelly to give them a ride across town. Kelly apparently agreed, but she wanted to stop by her home in a mobile home park off Green Cove Road. Kelly wanted to pick up her husband and driver's license. As Kelly drove east on Green Cove, she was stabbed in the neck about 5 or 6 times by either Jackson or Scott. Jackson and Scott were captured a few days later in Clarkey County. In interviews with police, Jackson and Scott pinned the stabbing on each other, and jury will be tasked with deciding whether prosecutors have enough evidence to formally charge Scott with capital murder. Jackson's case hasn't yet been called for a preliminary hearing. And this is an update as of October 26th. A woman charged in connection to the murder of a Huntsville woman was sentenced to life in prison on Tuesday. Dominique Jackson was charged with capital murder for the 2018 slaying of Tiffany Kelly. She was ultimately only convicted of robbery. According to Madison County Deputy District Attorney Randy Dill, Jackson will be eligible for parole at a later time. In September, a jury found Jackson not guilty of capital murder and felony murder after hearing testimony from her and her co defendant in the case, Xavier Scott. Scott admitted to Kelly's murder while testifying. He will be tried at a later date. So I just want to say my condolences to this woman's family. This is something that should have never have happened at all, and it happened by way of the hands of two black individuals, one male, one female. The main thing that I want to get across is this: the Xavier individual, he more than likely is going to be in prison for the rest of his life. No ifs, ands, and buts. He more than likely will not get a chance for parole. Now, on the other hand, the girlfriend, who is 17, for whatever reason, even though she was an accessory, she was there, and they were both trying to pin it directly on each other. For whatever reason, they didn't initially find her guilty, but now they find her guilty, and they also stated that even though she is guilty, she is going to serve some time. She will have a chance for parole at a later date. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. You can clearly look at her mugshot and tell that she does not care. She does not have an ounce of sympathy for taking the life of this woman at all, which then means if you decide to let her out, she's going to go right back out here and get together with somebody of the exact same caliber as Xavier. Pay attention. This is the main thing that I keep talking about time and time again. Whenever people want to talk about equality, this is what I'm talking about. If the man is going to go right, for the rest of his life. And more than likely, because he's a black man, more than likely, as we all know, longer prison sentence, not a chance at all in actually getting out. So my question is this. She is a teenager, she's 17. More than likely, she lived with somebody at a certain point in time, and more than likely it was a woman. Where is the mother who can speak for why it is that her daughter is out here committing these crimes? Now, the reason I'm not bringing in the father is what statistically would do a lot of people like to say, oh, well, black fathers don't exist. They're not there. So, right, I'm not going to talk about or try to bring up the invisible man who, what everybody likes to state doesn't exist, right? Black fathers don't exist, right? So we're going to stay with the mother. The mother is the main thing that's 100% that exists. That is the GM, the CEO, the president of the house, right? So she is the one that has guardianship over the children, just so that we can all stay on topic. So my question is, where are the women of this family and where is the mother to speak out against the acts of her daughter and to also make sure that her daughter does not get out, because this teenager does not need to get out at all? As you can clearly see, she made adult decisions with an adult. She decided to be in a relationship with an adult. She decided to, I guess, run away, whatever it is, and she decided to take the life of another human being who was actually trying to do the honest thing, trying to do the honest thing. And the worst part about this is these types of actions are the main things that make the black community look horrible every single time, every single day, every single minute of every single hour, of every single month of every single year. These are the actions that I've continuously talked about. And I've stated that these actions need to stop. Somebody out here needs to start turning in a lot of these individuals so we can start cleaning up our communities a lot quicker. Because the moment in time that we dilly dally and we decide that, oh, we're just going to let it be, oh, I'm not focused on it, this don't got nothing to do with me or my family, me and mine are good, everybody else got to worry about, like I said, you're not going to tell me that you're a part of a community and you're an individual at the same time. If you as a black person are an individual, then remove yourself from the black community, because you can't help. There's nothing for you to do. You're an individual, right? You're from Krypton. You can clearly move and be here and be there and be everywhere, right? So nothing that happens in the community has any effect or anything to do with you, right? Because it's not bothering you or yours. It's not about your children, not about your family, anything like that. So, like I said, if you have that individual type of mindset, then keep your individual self directly to the side and allow people who feel as though that they are a group and identify as a group to come up with plans and fix the community. Like I said before, the moment in time that these individuals and individuals like them are turned in, or better yet, the moment in time that people who are associated with these individuals and they know their whereabouts while they're on the run, they have communication with them while they're on the run, the moment in time that those friends and those families and those coworkers end up having to face the exact same time because they should and will be considered an accessory if the right laws are passed, that's the moment in time that the community will be cleaned up from a lot of this nonsense. At the end of the day, this woman was trying to do the right thing, be a good Samaritan. They said that they needed a lift. She was going to do that, but she was going to sit up there and get her husband first. I feel as though that she should have told them, wait right here. I'll give you a lift. I'm going to go get my husband and my driver's license. We'll come back and then we will take you to your destination. I feel that that would have been the correct method to go about things. And I feel as though what should have initially happened is that the husband, this is what you would technically do. The husband should have, in a sense, been in the back to basically watch everything so that if anybody's trying to do anything in the back, he can hurry up and get that together. Or if anybody's moving shifty in the front, he can hurry up and snatch them up. Right. Anyways, the main thing that I'm saying is that this is why I tell women to be very careful of individuals that you decide to help, because any and everybody is a threat. And you will also have women out there that will make an attempt or that will also take your life for very selfish reasons. So all of this stuff about, oh, the sisterhood and feminism, it's completely thrown out the window when it is that you have something that they want. which means that they will be willing to do any and everything to get every single thing that you have, including take your life in order to obtain it, versus doing the necessary things that they need to do in life in order to obtain it for themselves. So again, my condolences to this family, and I'm happy that they're caught, and I hope that they never see the light of day ever again.